But Dr. Jensen, you're going to show us this article. So this is this is a secular article, right?
This is the paper people point to when they say humans and chimpanzees are kissing cousins, essentially.
Okay.
2005, Nature, one of the big three journals in the globe. So this is the chimpanzee genome sequencing paper. I'm going to zoom down now to the section of the paper where they actually talk about where this 1% number comes from. So here on the section called genome evolution, nucleotide divergence, so difference basically. They aligned, so best reciprocal nucleotide level alignments of chimpanzee and human. They're aligning human and chimpanzee DNA. 2.4 billion gigabases, that's 2.4 billion letters of DNA, including the sex chromosomes. And here's where they say it. We calculate the genome-wide nucleotide divergence to be 1.23%. So, settled, isn't it? Well, what does this 2.4 gigabases, 2.4 billion represent? You just scroll up a little bit here. The assembly statistics, the total amount of DNA that they had from chimpanzee was 2.7. 2.7, 2.4, who cares? Well, 2.4 divided by 2.7 is 89% of the total sequence. So this 1.23%, see if I can get them both on the same screen, 1.23% difference comes from 2.4, which is only 89% of the total. In other words, we're 1.23% different in 89% of our sequence, and 11% is unaccounted for or unalignable. Why is that significant? Well, you have another website here. This is just an independent organization. They've done alignments of human and chimpanzee with a different algorithm, and they say, you scroll down here, genome coverage, how much of the chimpanzee genome is found in human? 89%. So two independent sources giving the same number. So my colleague Jeff Tompkins has done his own independent alignment of these, same number, 89%. 1% different, 11% difference, it still seems close. Well, let's put this now in terms of absolute number of letters. How many letters different is an 11% difference? It's about 300 to 400 million differences.
That's
so
massive.
this is a gigantic genetic gap between us and the chimpanzee. Furthermore, the evolutionists, this is a 2014 paper in Science, they've measured the rate at which chimpanzee mutates. We already knew there's been a whole bunch of studies on the rate at which humans mutate. Now we know chimpanzees. And it's not what they predicted. So for years, textbooks have been saying humans and chimpanzees split from the fossil record 4 to 6 million years ago. Well, based on the number of genetic differences, even if they say, well, let's just look at 1%. We know the rate at which humans mutate, which chimpanzees mutate. So the difference, 1% difference, human mutation, chimpanzee mutation, this now says they must have split 13 million years ago. So which is it? You know, this is 100% off from what they said originally. So they're not making accurate predictions in genetics from their evolutionary ancestry model. So this model to me is not very successful, and the 1% difference is definitely not accurate.